there. Well, this thing is unwinding. Hang on a second, guys. Hold on to your stomachs and don't look. I'm spinning this thing. Oh, I'm unscrewing it. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm sorry if I made you ill. Yeah. Okay. What did I do with... There it is. Okay, just give me a minute. I just gotta finish putting... I gotta tilt this a little bit because of the... Oh, or is that on the screen? There. Because I just gotta get supper started. I've got leftover beef vegetable soup. And now it's becoming spaghetti. And I owe Howie a potato cheese soup tomorrow for all the tomato products I've been shoveling into him. He's almost not as fond of tomatoes as he is of zucchini. So I try and only do a tomato meal once a week, but I'm just gonna throw some peppers in there. That's from that bushel I got at the farmer's market. There we go. Zip, zip, zip. Oh, please lay down for me. Put you over here, you over here. You there. Yes, it closes. Now, Catelli spaghetti sauce, got for a jar, or $1 a jar. Oh, God help me. There we go. And that you go. And then in goes a can of mushrooms. In you go. Oh, I just splashed the wall. Hang on a second, I'll be right with you. Okay. All righty. Oh, my fire didn't start. Oh, well. All right, now I have to, where's my little green mat to cover my keyboard here. So y'all don't, or I don't splash water into it. And then we'll put the mouse on top. Hi. Oh, I tell you, I'm writing carrot poetry. It's terrible. They dance before me going, in my sleep. I'm telling you. How's everybody doing today? Oh, let me pop the chat out. Pop the chat out and bigify it. All right. Well, maybe that is too big. Hang on a second, folks. Hang on a second. All right, let's go back to 150. That. Okay, let's see what this does with the chat. We'll see. Come on. There it is. Let's F11 that. There it is. Nice big chat for me to see. How's everybody doing? Oh, one more adjustment. And then I think we're all good. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I got 16 more jars of carrots in the pantry. And I started already peeling last night while they were canning. So, hi. Let me say, Hi, Corey, Donna, Dana, Jeff, Julia, Linda Bob, Ida, Edie, Phoebe, Karen, Lester, Corey C. Hi, everybody. How you doing today? Patrons, most likely the live will be right where I'm sitting. Now, I have some sad news. The stuff I need to transform my office has been ordered, but it won't arrive until November 1st, which means I won't be able to have my big reveal until well after Halloween. So, hi, Minnesota farmer's wife, Julie. Hey, Jordan, how are you? Jordan's got a pretty cool channel. He when he says Fruit Mudslinger, he does a lot of work with things like ATVs, and he does a lot of play with ATVs. And he gave me a whole new appreciation. You know how I always grumble when they go up and down the road? I have a new appreciation for the fact that they're just boys having fun. And it's nothing personal against me. And I'd rather see them out there having fun like that than, you know, hanging out in bars and putting stuff up their nose and all that stuff. So, I mean, what's wrong with fun in the good old sunshine, right? So, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Jordan. And you want to go over and check out his channel. I posted it in Facebook so that y'all could have a peek at what is a very... it's almost a culture around here. Four-wheeler, mud running, boats and snowmobiles and all kinds of fun stuff. So, awesome. Hi, Diana. How are you? That wouldn't be my cousin Diana, would it be? Just don't kill yourself trying to get the switch all done. No, I won't. Honey, I'm still... Now I lay me down to sleep. I beg my joints, do not weep. But as the jars grow row on row, I sigh and say, just 90 pounds to go. I got 6 pounds. Hi, Stacy, Debbie Nave. Well, welcome back, Debbie. Hi, Tina, Teresa, Allison, Susu, Phoebe. Well, my Amazon order's due on November 1st. I'm really hoping it comes like a week early. It's been known to happen. It's been known to happen. So I got my canners and, well, they're sort of set up. I've got to add more water and vinegar, and I've got to scrub my lids. But my jars are all washed. And I do have a few 4 jars regular mouth lids left. I think I got about 8. And I found 4 Classico jars. They're the same size as the 1.5 So I'm a little ticked though, because I am 1 shy of 2 full canner loads, 1 jar shy, and it ticks me off. Maybe I'll just put a pint in there just to make myself feel better. Amazon. Hey, BlackRock, how's it going? No, can't talk about that. No, can't talk about that. What can we talk about? I want to talk about carrots. Hey, Cindy, how are you? I got 5 pounds of sweet corn and lima beans freeze-dried yesterday, and today I've got green beans and peas in the freeze dryer. Good job. Well, you saw I got... well, that's tomorrow's video, but I got 7 quarts of garden gleanings vegetables. It's almost the same as Garden Medley, except it's got about 2 pounds of finely grated carrot in it. So I just gave it a different name. But I tell you, I'm already into the second 50-pound bag, and Howie was, was there and picked the bags with the biggest carrots in them. So let's hope. Hi, Laverne from New Brunswick. How's it going? I'm getting tired of trying to clean my stupid gravel driveway with a shovel, so hope this helps. What, you get snow? We got our frost this morning, so right on the money. We got that last zucchini and celery and everything in on time. So now what I'm doing is I've decided I am not going to do anything with these little teeny tiny ones. If they're good, they're going in a bowl of water over here to be washed later and frozen to go in to the broth. I can't just keep them; they'll go limp anyway. So they're only going to be used for broth. So we're just going to make up their own. Like seriously, yellow bird up high in banana tree. Oh my goodness. 50-pound. I've still got like 15 pounds of potatoes to do. But I'm thinking I might do some Duchess potatoes and freeze them. Or, well, I'm going to get instant mash anyway. So that when the beef and pork come, I can make some shepherd's pies ahead and freeze them. I'll be doing this with potatoes on the weekend, 50 pounds. I've got 90 pounds outside still. And this is what I'm working on right now. So I'm going to be doing carrots for a couple of days. This is why, you're getting so many live streams. Nobody wants to see me can carrots on YouTube as a video because I've done it so many times, right? So, and somebody asked yesterday, they didn't have the measurements or the pressure canning measurements for the 1.5 pint jars. Anything larger than a pint, you can in the quart, with the quart settings. Okay? It's smaller than a quart, but bigger than a pint. You have to can it as a quart. If it's smaller than a pint, you can it as a pint. So there's your times. Quarts and pints and a half can is the same times as quarts, and pints and anything smaller than pints cans as pints. I hope that cleared that up. Hi, Am. 50 pounds of potatoes. We did get a bit this morning. They were saying 3 to 5 inches, but I doubt. You never know. Yeah, you never know. Hi, Pearly White. Hey, Linda. I have a long gravel driveway. I drive the car up and down to pack the snow down. It helps not to pick the gravel with the shovel. Oh, well, there you go. I have a plowman. My snow guy. Well, he's my everything guy. He's kind of like my rent-a-husband, because he does the things that Howie can't. He plows our driveway. He brings us soil. He used to bring us hay. He's shown up at my door before you had do you want some chow tomatoes? Right? Or do you need some plums? And a big box would show up on my doorstep, And I just love Jimmy Carroll. And I hope to God he never dies. Because, he's just my go-to, our go-to guy for all kinds of stuff. Hey, Molly Smith. Hi, Chanel 23. I'm taking a break with you before the weather goes bad. I'm taking down the garden. I hear ya. All I have left is the seed beans to pick. And you'll see what they look like in a video tomorrow. But I had to do the ice maker video. I love that ice maker. I'm tickled to pieces. It makes ice bigger than the igloo does. Than the igloo's large size does. So someone said, For that price, I'll do it manually. Well, that's fine too. Nobody's telling you to buy, but I'll tell you one thing. I paid $99 for my igloo almost 10 years ago in Ohio. Probably 10 years ago. I paid $99 American for that. So the new London Sunshine is $127. You get a 10% discount, which takes it down to about $110. That's not a lot of extra money. As a matter of fact, that may be one of the few things that has not tripled in price. So I'm just saying, right? Hey, Luann, how are you, darling? You're shelling field peas to go in the freezer. Good. They are a staple here in the South. I can sit and watch the video as I shell. Well, there you go. And we'll sit and talk as I chop. Hi, Bev, all the way from Oxfordshire, UK. Hi, Lorraine. Hey, does Our Half Acre Homestead have a Facebook page? No, it's my Facebook page. And I can't give it to you at the moment because it's not on this laptop. So, but I'll look for you. Did I say it right? Oxfordshire? Oxfordshire? So, I got several things going here. I have a bucket for the deer, a bowl for broth, and a compost pail for the peels. I've got it all organized. Hi, Barbara from Peaster, Texas. You're welcome, honey. What's I going to say? Yes, go over to my Facebook page and look up Fruit Slingers YouTube. And if you like the great outdoors and playing in the mud with four-wheelers and, working on stuff and small engine things, then that's the channel you want to go have a look at. He's a local boy. Hi, Lola Granola. You're in the kitchen again. I'm in the kitchen again. Got another large order for bread at my husband's coat. Really? I wish I could do that, but that would be illegal to sell bread from out of my house in Quebec because I'm not licensed to do so. Wait a minute, what? Understand what? Uh-oh, where's my mouse? Understand, oh, okay, what am I missing here? Oh, okay, you're talking about snow. I have a new follower, Diana247. Well, hi, Diana. I did greet her. I didn't know you were new. Oh, well, thank you, Lorraine. Hi, Diana. I seem to remember asking if that's my cousin Diana, just in case. We have a cottage law here. Yeah, I wish I did. Is that like you can, sell things out of your home? Not here, not in Quebec. Hell, I had to have a license to sell cookies at a farmer's market. I said, fuck. I mean, Fargue! Fargue! The chicken doula, we have a cottage law here. That means they don't have cottage laws in Canada. Yeah, it makes me one more step closer to moving to the States. Hey, Joe, four-wheelers are so dangerous. My friend's son got in a terrible head injury. Oh, yeah, almost killed Ozzy Osbourne. But, it's a sport. It's a sport. It really is. He never was right and then passed away 2 years after. Oh, my God. That's horrible. Broth. In Colombia, we have to have a business license but I'm not in Columbia. I'm in Liberty, Missouri. Wow, okay. Well, if I ever move to the States, I will research which states have cottage laws. I mean, if I can sell eggs, like, what's the problem, right? But no, because I have a dog. I would never get a license because I have a dog. Fuddle duddle. Thank you, Phoebe. Well, thank you, Anne. I enjoy them too. I really enjoy them too. Yes, Joe, I'm going to be putting that chopper to use as soon as I finish canning these carrots. I have a whole bag that I want to dehydrate. I may have to get Howie to stop and get me some more jars. Unless my 4 jars lids come in soon. Hey, Wilma Baker. I'm going to try not to go past 3 o'clock. Because I kind of have a date with Bubba and his mommy for FaceTime between 2 and 3, and 2 or 3. So I'm hoping to have time at like 3 o'clock after this, and then I have my patrons live at 4, which will be right here sitting at the table, peeling more carrots. Well, thank you, Wilma. Hi, Molly. My arms hurt for you. I did 25 pounds of carrots a few weeks ago. Indiana has cottage law. Hi, Deborah Wood. 25 pounds. Well, I'm into my second 50-pound bag. Now, mind you, not all of them got canned because not all of them were good enough for canning. And because I brought them into the house and left them in the bag, the first one, I lost about 20 pounds to limpness and mold and itty-bitty carrots. So I'm leaving them out on the deck. I leave them out on the deck, and I take this laundry basket out, and then I fill it and make Howie bring it in. Make Howie bring it in. But actually, all I'm going to do is, when this bowl is empty, I'll just go out and get more. Jennifer Jacks. Jiminy Cricket, Jiminy. Okay. Jiminy Cricket, Jeff. Oh, frig. Jiminy Cricket, Jennifer Jacks. There it is. Jiminy Cricket, Jennifer Jacks. You make my heart go clickety-clack. Tweedle, tweedle, tweedle-dee. I got to sing, or I'm going to go insane. Really. I still have 30 pounds of onions to do. And I hope I get another sale in onions that is less than $4.88 for a 10-pound bag. Last year they were $2.49. They've almost bloody doubled. But then I want to finish the potatoes. But I've promised Howie I'll make him potato, leek, and onion cheese soup for supper tomorrow. It's one of his favorites. Because, he ate minestrone last night. We had some leftover cooked pasta in the fridge. So I just added it to our bowls, right? And I left this much soup of the vegetable soup with the carrots and that in the crock pot, put the crock pot in the fridge. And then this morning I warmed it up and I've just added a jar of spaghetti sauce, some peppers. I should put an onion in. A jar of spaghetti sauce, some peppers and mushrooms. I should put some onions in that, right? Howie's like my dad. My dad was not fond of cooked tomato suppers. Like, that's one of the reasons we didn't eat a lot of spaghetti when I was a kid. Because Dad, if we ate macaroni and tomatoes or we had spaghetti, Dad had a steak. Dad just was, he used to say to me, "You Passmores and your damn tomatoes." Whenever, because I made soup one day when I was living there when Arthur was a baby. And I put a can of tomatoes in it. And it just pissed my father right off. Just like your Uncle Paul. Got to put tomatoes in everything. Got to ruin everything with tomatoes. So, Howie echoes that sentiment. But he doesn't complain if I only give him a tomato-based meal once a week. Right? Well, he's getting it. He's getting it 2 days in a row when I warned him. And he went, I said, I'll make you potato cheese soup tomorrow. And he goes, yeah, I suppose it's soup season. And because we got our frost this morning. So I'm so glad I got that celery. Isn't that amazing? I am never again going to pull the celery out of the ground until just before the last frost. I will cut it off in like August. The end of August. I will cut it off. And I will process that celery and then let it grow, because I'm telling you, 2 cans of tomatoes and what I got from the garden, I made 4 or 7 quarts of vegetable, and it's perfect for minestrone soup base. It really is. Hey, Tigger! I need a helper. Well, Bubba's getting older. But by the time he's old enough to help me, he'll be in school at this time of year. He's so precious to me. And so's his mom. Well, I mean, my kids obviously are precious to me, but, you know, she is, I call her my daughter-in-love, because I told Arthur if he ever let her go or did anything to make her leave, I was keeping her. If he didn't want her, I was keeping her anyway. She's my daughter-in-love. So, she makes sure. Hi, Kay. How are you, darling? Got my 10 packages of seeds. Awesome. For the, oh yeah, we're soon going to be announcing the Seeds of Hope the Seeds of Hope card exchange. Sorry, guys. I slept pretty good last night. When I cleaned up my closet, I found some mold up in the corner where the wall meets the ceiling. And I think that's because I had my closet overloaded and there was no air circulation. Because Howie went up into the attic. Because remember, I just cleaned out my closet, took 2 garbage bags out of it. Yeah, I'm minimizing in life, you know, if I can't look after it. But Howie went up into the attic and he said, oh, he said, it looks like there may have been a vapor barrier issue at one time. He'll fix it on the weekend, but everything's dry, so the roof isn't leaking there, right? So he sprayed it with bleach water and scrubbed it, and then washed it, and then wiped it down, and then when it dried, he went back in and wiped it with a rag soaked in vinegar, right? Because bleach doesn't actually kill the mold, right? So, but vinegar does. Bleach, if you're not careful, can turn that mold toxic, more toxic, right? What comes off. So you got to be quick, and you got to dilute the bleach 50-50, and then you spray it, scrub it, and wipe it down, let it dry, and then wipe it down with vinegar. And I went in and looked, and it's all good. I actually put my little box heater on the shelf in the closet to make sure it dried properly, so that I could put everything back in my closet, because I'm going to start moving things out of my office as I can. I'm hoping, like Howie has some soffit and fascia work to do this weekend, and tarring down some shingles that are starting to curl on the one section of roof, because we figured out this come February we will have 1 year left on our mortgage before it's up for renewal. And I actually have been paying extra on the mortgage. So our house is we owe less than half of what the house was worth pre-pandemic. I haven't asked. So Howie's going to tar the shingles down, and then next winter, when it comes time for renewal just before spring, we're going to take over, we're going to renew it, even if the one loan we have is at 19%, and I'm paying extra on it to get it down faster, but it's not fast enough. So when we renew our mortgage, even if we're going to take that over with the mortgage, and we're going to borrow enough to put a new roof on, right? And even if the interest on the mortgage rates, because right now I'm paying 2.9, right? Even if the interest rates are like 5 or 6%, even upwards to 8, we're still going to save money by consolidating, because A, the new roof is going to add value to the house, right? And the bank's going to want that, right? B, we're taking down a loan of 19%. And C, that will all be amalgamated into one, 2 biweekly, 2 payments a month, right? Okay, well, I didn't see you, Wanda. Have a good day, sweetheart. Made my dogs bark. Hub pops his head out the front door and sees a plane flying really low. So my mom goes with me to take him to work, and she was on the phone with Whiteman Air Base, which is in Warrensburg, Missouri. She actually saw what flew over. She lives a few houses away. She said there were 2 beat by 2 Spirits, another jet just above the tree line. Dad was in the military and they lived. I'm not sure I understand what's going on. Hi, Molly. I know. So, I mean, you don't want to know what I'm paying on that loan and the mortgage every month, right? And we have decided that, how he's going to start doing research, but we've decided we're just going to strap over this roof, right? And put metal roofing on. Maybe painted UN blue. Hey, Lori Lumex. Hi, Celeste. Well, who knows what they're going to be in a year and 4 months, right? They could be absolutely insane, or they could be, because even so, even if they're 8%, you take 2.9 and 19, right? That's 21.9%, because you're paying them separately. And if you can amalgamate them for 8%, it's a huge savings no matter how you slice it, right? And it helps that we haven't remortgaged our house. Like, we haven't borrowed against our house in a long time, because I've been working on paying it down. I pay a bi-weekly payment, like every 2 weeks, which means you get 2 extra payments in a year. I also pay about 20% extra on each payment that comes directly off the principal. And when we renewed it, the mortgage company or the bank said, you've got a credit of $1,500 because for some reason we've been charging you double the property taxes. Because make no mistake, I pay my property taxes with my mortgage payment, right? Hey, Grampy Campy. Hi, Donna. Frida. Hey, Jules. Good to see you. What was I saying? Right. So I said that they said, I said, well, how are you going to handle that? And they said, oh, we're just going to not charge you your taxes next year and it'll even out. And I went, no, you're not. And he goes, what? I said, no. I said, can we take that extra surplus $1,500 and put it on the principal of the mortgage? He said, sure we can. I said, then would you do that, please? He said, okay, and we'll adjust your tax amount. I said, no, don't adjust it. He said, why? I said, because does that mean I'm going to get an extra $1,500 at the end of the year? He said, yeah. I said, then let's do that. So I'm paying, there's so many ways Because why drop down our mortgage payment when we're paying it fairly comfortably right now? Why drop it down if it means we're paying extra on the payment and extra at the end of the year, right? I've got another year, and my mortgage is going to be a little over 1/3 of what my property's worth, right? That gets me a new roof and takes over an ugly loan. Hey, Jennifer! I'm allergic to tomatoes, and so are 2 of my granddaughters. Really? We need to do our roof next year. I had no idea the price. Well, thing is how he built this roof. He built this roof. He built this roof with balls and brass. No, just kidding. Sorry. How he's rebuilt this house from the ground up. Literally from the foundation up. He redid a lot of foundation work. And then he added this addition. Or he put a brand new roof on. Then he added the addition. And he finished the basement. Right? What's this? What are we talking about? She's deploying next month for 7 months. Oh, well, we'll keep her in our prayers, honey. I'm asking for that ice maker for your birthday. When's your birthday, Chanel? Because there may be some sales coming up. I don't know. I'm going to see if when I do my dehydrating of carrots, I'm going to see if I can't get a coupon code for that video too, because I'll just redo the London Sunshine thing and let people know. Yes, it's like kind of like 4 jars. I'm an affiliate. You get 10% off. I get 10% of the sale, right? So I'm just happy, and it's not. And I don't. And you know me, folks. I don't promote stuff that I don't believe in, right? I did one thing for Temu out of 4, and I quit. Because I just had no confidence in either their product and their business practices. December 31st. Ooh. Well, you know, hang on for the Black Friday sales, right? Or you can just get it now, or get someone to get it for you now, and then use the coupon code and save 10%. Absolutely. Discount code BEV15. I don't know why they didn't put it BEV10, but I look outside at those carrots and I want to weep. I really do. It's like, what possessed me to buy 150 pounds of carrots? And then I look at my pantry and I go, this too shall pass. I've got to make Howie a blood work appointment for the 3rd of November because he's got a dentist appointment on the 3rd of November. We both do. And he has an eye doctor appointment on the 3rd of November. So if he's going to take the day off, he might as well get everything done. So I have to phone them this afternoon and make an appointment for the first, earliest appointment of the day on November 3rd for him. Well, you know what? They did. I got some nice things from Temu, right? Like, you can't see. Come here. Come here. Okay, you see that basket thing there hanging? That is a Superior herb dryer. I really, really like it. It's drying herb right now. So, future will be exactly, Tina. Exactly. Hey, Mama Dukes. Yeah, I only worked with my computer and my, so they were just really unprofessional. I managed to do one video, but they didn't come through with the rest of the stuff or anything like that. So I just went, no, forget it. And they sent me stuff I didn't want and had to give away or throw away. It's like, what? Why are you dumping your garbage on me? right? Angie liked a lot of it, but not me. Because she liked the refrigerator organizer. My fridge is too empty. My fridge is basically for milk and condiments. You know what I mean? Hey, Linda! And I will thank myself. I will. Because I'm looking at the jars piling up, right? I'm looking at the fact that, God, I hope my jar lids come. That I've got a lot more canning to do, right? Seriously, if I run out of jars and lids, then I'm going to have to start chopping and dehydrating. I'm planning on doing that anyway, but I wasn't planning on doing, a ton of carrot dehydrating. Well, I might do a 50-pound bag. See, the carrots are small. A lot of them are small this year, right? But they'll be good for broth. I'm just putting them in water so that they don't get limp. And you are a compost piece, and so are you. Trying to pick out all the... Yeah, you're wrinkly. You're going there. So I'm not even going to blanch them. I'm just going to throw them, wash them, and throw them into a freezer bag and start on my onions. Once the carrots are done, I got to do onions. Oh, Beth, just grab a friggin' carrot. Stop picking through them. I am. I'm going to shred and freeze some too. There is that, because I've got shredded zucchini. And I do want to make, I'm not going to make carrot cake. I'm going to make something similar. I'm going to make carrot bread. Kind of like banana bread or zucchini bread or green tomato bread. Bread. Oh my goodness. We are Canadian. Why do we need a fridge organizer? Can't buy food. Yeah, really. Well, I mean, like I said, my fridge basically holds eggs, milk, and condiments. Pretty much, right? Because we eat mostly out of the freezer in the pantry. The freezer's almost ready. The freezer's Oh, I should ask Howie to stop and get me something at the dollar store. But I really should try them first and see if they work. I think I had a box of 75 little freezer bags, and they're like snack size. But I realize now that, I don't have as many of them anymore. So we'll see. But I think if I chop them fine and I fill up like the 10 that I have, they're nice little meal quicker stuff. Rip that off and throw in the crock pot. And then the rest I will flash freeze and put into bags. Yeah, you got to use common sense with what you order. But still, that fruit basket, the double layer fruit basket I ordered, it came without a pin that holds it has like a wire basket and then this holder, like this arm that comes up and holds another basket suspended above it. And there was no pin. That was missing the screw that made it. And so the top would swing around wildly. So I found a screw and I put it in. And I went to grab a banana one day out of the top and the whole thing fell apart all over the place. I'm not doing this. I'm just not doing this. Right? But I mean, most of what I got was great, but they didn't send me what I ordered. And then they sent me a bunch of shit I didn't order. And they wanted me to make do and fly with commercials for them. And it's like, or product reviews. And it's like, no, I'm not doing this. It was kind of unprofessional. So I just I don't have time for this bullshit. Right? Hi, Lacey. How are you? We're Canadian. Yeah, exactly. No, I get you, Ma. I get you, Phoebe. I get you. Right? I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not. But I tell you something. I'm going to be voting something I've never voted in my entire life this year. Next year. God, we could hope it would be this year. Wish they'd call an election right friggin' now. Before he spends any more of my money. Okay. I'm not going to talk about politics. Turtle! Moron! Oh, there's the triggered Tourette's. I better get off my rear and get back to the garden. Still not warmed up, though. Well, have a nice hot drink. Wrap your hands around it. And, just know that when you come in, you can have a nice hot shower and have a cocoa and all that awesome stuff. I'm going to make chocolate syrup. Just decided. I'm going to make chocolate syrup because I like cocoa. But I went to grab the cans of Carnation Instant Cocoa. $7. I just about shit a ring around myself. I'm not doing that. I got powdered cocoa. I'm going to have to get some more, though, when we got one more Costco trip coming up. Probably at the end of November. And I got to get cocoa and instant mashed potatoes. Probably some more butter. Cheese. Parmesan cheese if I can get my hands on it. I hate that Kraft powdered shit stuff. Excuse me, what? Sorry, folks. I'm tired and my language is slipping, and I apologize for that. That's rude. I know. Yep. And nobody can answer. Well, where are you getting all this money? Well, he's just printing it off, isn't he? And the prices are rising, aren't they? And guess what? Who pays for all of these handouts? I'm sorry, I understand that we need to send aid to Gaza. And I won't, I've been listening to the news and they're trying to swing this around like Israel is the problem. Let's not forget who slaughtered thousands of innocent people in one fell swoop, right? So, Israel's being really patient, letting humanitarian aid in, and they're just making sure there's no materials in there that they can steal from the people and build bombs with, because that's what they've been doing whenever they've sent aid. Pipes for infrastructure, for pipes for water and all that stuff. They were being made into bombs, and nothing ever improved for the Palestinian people ever. They're being used as a human shield, right? So you're never going to hear me say that Israel is in the wrong for defending themselves ever. You won't hear me say that. No, this is different, Linda. This is just us talking about current events. And that's okay. Right? That current events is okay. And I'm allowed my opinion. There's no medical misinformation here. There's no disinformation. I mean, never mind. That big hospital bombing, they never bombed the hospital. They bombed the parking lot, and it wasn't Israel. Canada jumped to our PM jumped to the conclusion that it was an Israeli bomb. Long, before it was even investigated. It's like, really? So, but I've been hearing them talk about, Israelis, military forces, got more power, more this, more that, and Gaza's just rabble and blah, blah, or Hamas is just rabble and stuff. No, they're not. They have been planning this for years, and if you don't think, if you think for 1 minute that group, Hamas, has any compassion or moral compass. They don't. They're terrorists, plain and simple, using the Palestinian people as human shields. Let's not forget that, right? I'm sure Howie would love some carrot zucchini bread. Okay, we're changing the subject. Hey, Homestead Tessie, how's it going? If food basics any good for a grocery store? Yes. When I get Howie to shop, he goes to one of two places. He goes to Food Basics or he goes to Costco, and 9 times out of 10, it's Food Basics. The only time, now we now have a Maxi store closer than Gatineau. Like I like to go to Gatineau because then I can take Briar, right? And have a visit with Briar. But there's one that's in Hull that's much, much closer to me. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on the sale flyers. $5.88 a pound for butter on sale. Are you really? Really? Last year, we were complaining because the butter was $5.99 a pound. Regular price. But even for the old... So, I mean, like they're saying, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about the, what are you going to do about the civilians? Give them fair warning. Move south. You know? Yes, we'll allow humanitarian aid to come in, but we want to inspect the trucks to make sure there's no hidden material there for Hamas. That's only fair. Right? That's what's holding it up. The aid is being held up because they have to inspect the trucks, right? So, you know, I even watched Power and Politics with David, what's his face, and he was talking to the Israeli leader of the armed forces or whatever he was, and he was saying, well, how do you condone, you know, the innocents? And he said, let's not, and he said right out, let's not forget who threw the first punch. They've had time to plan this. We haven't had time, you know, to get shit together to deal with this. These guys have been sitting on this for a long time. Let's not forget who threw the first punch and killed innocent people, right? So if they're using civilians for human shields, what would you like me to do about that? I've given them fair warning to move south, and I've given, you know, permission for some trucks to come through on a daily basis. But you want me to tell you when we're going to do our ground offensive? How stupid do I look? Everybody's listening, including Hamas, you know, and Hezbollah or whatever they're called. Last year I got Natrel butter at $3.38 at Walmart on sale. Yep. Well, I don't have a year's supply, but next time we go to Costco, because it was $5.49 at Costco on their prices. So, and they sell Natrel. So, I mean, there was no limit on the butter, but I only bought 4 because I have butter from our last Costco trip, and I don't want to pay more than Costco prices, right? In Butler, PA, and my butter is $4 a pound. Hey, Paranormal, how are you, darling? Bum fluff, that's so cute. About 10 minutes until Bubba. Okay. Well, patrons, I want to let you know. I'm sorry if it turned political, but I mean, you know, look at the interest rates, and everybody's wants to pat Trudeau on the back for humanitarian aid and Ukraine aid and aid to Israel. Aren't you spreading my money a little effing thin there, Trudeau? It's my money you're taking. Right? Hell, this is going to put my grandchildren in debt to the government. We're going to be, you know, government, he just thinks he can hand money over to whatever he wants. Nobody asked us. When is the government going to remember? When is the government going to remember that they work for us? When we remind them. Just saying. And that's what my Rumble channel is all about. I'm doing okay. I'm just peeling carrots. Well, here's an example. There was, I believe it was in Montreal. There was some talks with some politicians and Jewish, you know, town leaders or whatever it was. I don't know what it was, but they were talking about how they can minimize anti-Semitism and blah, 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 blah. And what they showed on the news, that there was, you know, some people, free Palestine, right? Free the Palestine people, protesting outside. Now, what the news didn't show, but what we saw in someone's handheld video, was that these weren't people protesting the civilians for the civilians in Palestine, the Palestinians. They were protesting for Hamas. That's why you only got a little wee piece of the clip in the news. There's all kinds of stuff you're not seeing. And yet, here's my brain. The police are like, okay, keep it in a line, be kind, watch your language, la 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 la. Why weren't their bank accounts being frozen? They're allowed to protest for Hamas, and we weren't. We weren't allowed to protest government overreach. This is the Mrs. Wolfe from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, I have a date with my grandchild, and I'm going to go live with my patrons at 4. So well, yes, Linda, yes, right? You look at Pierre Poilievre. Now, he's the conservative leader who's gunning for prime minister. And I look at him and I hear him say, we're going to axe the carbon tax, right? Because once you axe the carbon tax, our gas will immediately go from $1.65 a liter down to 99 cents a liter if you axe the carbon tax, right? If you axe the carbon tax, then truckers can afford to transport and prices won't go up. Because make no mistake, if you bought it, a trucker brought it, right? So the groceries are going to drop. Goods that are delivered to stores and homes are going to drop in price. Home fuel prices are going to drop. He talks about taking some of the parliament buildings that or government buildings that are practically empty since the pandemic and turning them into affordable housing if they're structurally sound, right? He talks about giving the rights back to parents about what their children learn in school, right? Because they're being removed. And he talks about, he says, and make no mistake, under a Poilievre government, my cabinet will be banned from participating in any way with the World Economic Forum. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm looking at this and my heart's swelling with hope. And my brain's going, well, it swelled with hope for Trudeau the first time. So I pray, I go to bed every night because if an election was called today, Pierre Poilievre would be our next prime minister. And I go to bed every night praying that if he gets in, when he gets in, that he's just not another Trudeau. Saying what he wants to get in and then taking it all back. This is Mrs. Wolfe from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, in for a penny, in for a pound, you got the rant today. We won't have a country to defend if he gets another 4 years. Oh, yeah, well, see, right? right? If you look at it, our hope, and I'm sorry, folks. The only thing I see wrong with Donald Trump is I watched a thing with him, how he was talking, because he's been nominated to run for president again, and he said, we did this, or I did this, I did that, I kept us out of this, I kept us out of that. Everybody was prospering, and we didn't have any war when I was president. The only problem I had with that whole speech is that he said I too much, and he should have said we. We, all the way home. But if Trump is America's hope, then Pierre Poilievre is Canada's. I just hope, and God, I hope and pray that it's true. I just hope he's telling the truth, because at this point, our country's a laughing stock because of our present prime minister. Take care. Mwah! God bless. I'm going to phone my grandbaby. I love you guys. Patrons, I will see you soon. Well, my live with my grandbaby will probably only run for about 15 minutes. So the live stream with patrons may go at 4:30, and I may do another live on Life with the Wolfies in between. Okay? Because I'm sitting here no matter what. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Come here. Oh! Bye. Carrots, carrots, carrots.